Of course, we got, the breaking news. What was it? A couple days ago, right?
Yeah.
Your boy Keith Thurman out injured. Fundora replaces him. That fight now will be for that Tszyu belt, I believe is a WBO. Plus the vacant WBC, which is the one that Fundora was supposed to fight Sergey Bochuk for. They're saying now Brian Mendoza is going to step in for Fundora as Fundora steps in for Keith No Time Thurman. Chris, are you surprised that Keith has pulled out? Tim Tszyu has had 3 or 4 opponents pull out already, man. Charlo, I think Lubin, a few other ones. Add Keith to the list.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little surprised. I was, looking forward to this fight. I like Keith Thurman. Even though he's been out of the sport, I like him as an entertainer. Once upon a time he was, the man at 147. So I was a little curious to see, where could he test a guy like Tinzu, who is, in a sense, the man at 154. So I'm a little disappointed. Kind of sucks that he, had this, this injury after talking all that. Just it just makes him look bad, man. It makes him a bit of a joke right now. Again, injuries happen, unfortunate, but yeah, disappointed, man, disappointed. Well, what about you, Joe? What are your thoughts on the cancellation?
I was surprised, but man, not shocked. I can't say I'm shocked. This guy hasn't fought. You see here for the first time since 2022. He hasn't fought since 2022. I mean, he's getting older. We'll check his age right now. Uh Kind of disappointing. I think we did check his age last time. He was like 35, 36. We'll check it right now, but um hey man, man, I don't know if you guys feel the same as me, but I think the Fundora fight might be even better. I don't know. I think I might be a little more excited for this Fundora fight.
Yeah, no, it definitely is a better fight when it comes to like two two true guys at 154 and guys in their prime, in their 20s. So it definitely is a better fight. I would have liked to, Fundora to rebuild a little bit after that hellacious knockout at the hands of Brian Mendoza. But hey, at the same time, it's like it's a title shot. It's against the biggest name in my opinion in that division, the title holder. So you're not gonna turn that down if you're a guy like Sebastian. So I'm excited for this fight. Obviously, we favor one guy a little more than the other, but Sebastian Fundora has some chance. He is a big dude. He's got some pop, so I wouldn't completely count him out. But again, that knockout against Mendoza is still in people's minds.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that Tinzu has that power, and that could happen again. So I don't know, Joe. Give me your thoughts on is 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 Sebastian Fundora doing right by taking this fight?
Like it's a tough fight. So Sebastian Fundora 20-1, 13 knockouts. His last fight uh was what does it say here? April. Um after that was a loss to Mendoza. Did he fight after that? I don't think he's fought after that, right?
I think he.
Let me check. 'Cause this might not be an accurate source, but yeah, man, look, I think it's a tough fight for Sebastian Fundora. I think it's also a tough fight for Tim Tszyu. I mean, Fundora 6'7", long arms. I mean, this guy has reach, he has power. Tim Tszyu has to test that chin. I think it's gonna be very difficult. I've heard some people mention that, hey, he was preparing for a guy 5'8" and Keith Thurman. Now you got to fight a guy almost a foot taller than that. So I think it's going to be a big challenge for both men. Obviously, I think most of us will favor Tim Tszyu. However, I don't think it's going to be an easy fight, and both guys are going to attack. I think it's going to be a great fight. We're not going to see any running. Tim Tszyu was already saying, man, Keith is going to run. You know, and this flat-footed Mexican, will have to get to him and break him down. But I think Tszyu, Fundora, they're gonna fight fire with fire. So I think it's a like I said, I think it's a better fight, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think for action wise, it's definitely a better fight, and you kind of have to favor, like you said, Fundora to have a better chance than Keith Thurman. He's a true 154, maybe the tallest 154 in all of its history, in my opinion. I can't think of anybody bigger than him. Yeah, he does have that knockout. It was his last fight, so he has that again, like going against him. But you also have that momentum, like, hey man, I got nothing to lose. He's showing he has no fear getting back into it with the dangerous guy, the guy at 154. So again, he's got everything to gain if he's able to beat the boogeyman at 154. So hey, you never know. Again, like you said, Joe, we don't favor him, but hey, crazier stuff has happened in boxing.
35 years old, Keith Thurman. Chris, is he done? 35 years old. This was supposed to be at, I think, 155. I don't even think they're gonna allow the title to be on the line because, man, it might have been on Keith's side, man. I'm not sure if he was even gonna be able to make 154. But man, 35 years old. He hasn't fought in a couple years. I think February of 2022 was the last time he fought. Lost to Pacquiao. Didn't look good. Is Keith done? Is Keith Thurman done?
I think he's done. At 35, having an injury is not the same as having an injury at 25. We're getting up in that age, Gio, and I'm not gonna lie. When I feel a little something, I'm like, I think about it twice now. 25, you have a little knock, yeah, you walk it off. You feel better the next day. It's not the same thing at 35. So I think he, tried to, summon one time, as he calls himself. I thought he was trying to, do one more fight, and his body gave out. I do commend him. He's the same age as Boo Boo, and he's got a much better resume than Boo Boo. But hey, 35 35, Gio.
That's funny. Yeah, and look, Sebastian Fundora, 26 years old. I think Tszyu is around that same age, a little older. Sebastian, 21-1, 13 knockouts. You see there he's listed as 6'5.5". If you met him in person, Chris, I know he probably looks like a giraffe in person. And yeah, look, he hasn't fought since last year, since that Brian Mendoza KO. Before that, I think that Erickson Lubin win was a really good one. Stopped him. That kind of made him a real serious, contender. And, now he gets a chance to fight for 2 belts, the WBC and WBO. Of course, that WBC is vacant. But yeah, almost a year of inactivity for Sebastian Fundora. And as we said, Brian Mendoza will step in to replace him.
Yeah, and we got an interview with Brian Mendoza. And I was just running into everybody, post fight, Gio. So I'll send that video to you. We'll upload it soon. And he had a lot to say. He hinted at some stuff, man. And I don't want to toot my horn or anything, but it was a pretty good interview.